Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make homemade sourdough bagels. These are a lot better than just normal bagels. They're healthier for you, and let's just get on with it. First, we're going to grab our sourdough starter and we're going to put 100 grams of that into a bowl. I currently don't have a recipe on how to make the sourdough starter on my channel yet, but you can go ahead and check one out either on Pinterest or YouTube. It's really easy to make. It takes about a week for it to get to where it needs to be to make bread with it. Now I'm just grabbing a separate cup and I'm going to measure out 220 grams of bottled water. You want to use bottled water because if you use sink water, there's other minerals that might mess up the bread. So I'm just weighing this out perfectly, and I'm actually going to put it in the microwave for around 30 seconds to get it warm, which helps activate the yeast. So I just added that to the sourdough the sourdough starter, and you're just going to mix it up until it's well mixed. And then you're going to add 400 grams of bread flour. You can use all-purpose, but bread flour is the best because it has more protein content, which means it's going to rise better and hold its shape better. Then I'm going to add 8 grams of sea salt, and 15 grams of honey. You're just going to mix all this up until it combines and forms a dough ball. All right, once it looks like this, you are going to put a plastic wrap or paper towel over it, and you're going to let it sit for 30 minutes. After the 30 minutes, you are going to stretch and fold your dough, which is just taking a side of it, stretching it, and then folding it back over on itself. And you just keep turning the bowl until you do that all the way around. And then after this, you're going to let it sit on the counter for 6 to 8 hours. And I didn't film in between that, but after the 6 to 8 hours, you're going to put it in the fridge overnight, which is another like 8 hours. And that's where it's going to get most of its flavor. So the longer you leave it in the fridge, the more of the sourdough taste that it will have. So this is after it's been sitting in the fridge overnight. It was probably in there for like 12 hours. And it was still perfect. So the dough's going to be harder, and it's going to be easier to form the bagels when it's out of the fridge. So I'm just going to cut the dough into 6 equal pieces, and then I'm going to show you how to roll them up and shape the perfect bagels. So right here, I'm just rolling it on the countertop with no flour so that it sticks to the countertop so it's easier to roll. And this pretty much just smoothens it out. And right here, I'm just trying to get all the air bubbles out, all the cracks out. And you just want it to be as smooth as possible so that when you flatten it out and you shape it into the bagel, that it doesn't have unequal parts all around the circle. And after you have your desired shape, you're just going to place that on a sheet with some parchment paper. And if you want them to be smaller, you can make them smaller or bigger. So they're going to actually look smaller than what you think right here, like right when you're forming them. But once you let them rise and once you bake them, they're going to get bigger. So this is how they look like. You're going to let that rest on the counter for about an hour so that they can rise. And we are going to preheat the oven to 425. And now we're just going to make our egg wash, which is 1 egg and about a tablespoon of water. I just use the back of the other shell to measure the water. And then just mix that up. And then you're going to place around, with this kind of pot size, like a normal pot size, like 2 bagels at a time while the water is boiling. And you're going to cook them, you're going to boil them 1 minute on each side. And then I'm just flipping them, cooking them for another minute. And then you are going to take them out and put them back on the parchment paper. After they're all boiled, I'm just going to take that egg wash we made and just cover them in the egg wash. And I'm going to put them in the oven for 20 minutes, and this is how they came out. They came out so perfect. Literally, I'm not going to buy bagels from the store anymore. And this is also for sale on my baking page that I will link in my bio. So if you ever want to order some, just let me know. Bye.